Hey everyone, this is Kevin T. Rodriguez, film critic of iCritic.net, and this is kind of technically a part 2 video, although if you don't see the other video first, it's about Cineme's comments about AMC's Stubbs A-list program being a failure or not being sustainable. I guess you don't have to see it, but as with that video, I have to mention we are having some technical difficulties today, so while we would normally have the news scrolling on the side, we're just going to have to put the screenshot of the news article, and I will link to the article below if you want to read it later on. It's unfortunately just the way it's going to have to work today. But anyway, continuing from the last video, I definitely praised the fact that there was competition. Competition is always a good thing, and competition breeds different plans, different price tiers, different options. People have more options to get what they want. And I know some people have been saying like, well, it used to be really simple. MoviePass had this, any movie, anytime. Now they're talking about surge pricing, and now I'm thinking about, do I want to have AMC? And that's really not simple for me. Keep in mind, I know there are people out there who like monopolies. They like monopolies. They don't like to think about it. But here's the thing. Trust me, choice is ultimately a good thing, because if you have a monopoly, the company will do too many things you might not like, and you can go to someone better. And that's what's happening. We now have some plans that can rival MoviePasses. And what's nice about all the plans is that they all do something a little different. So you can't even definitively say in some cases, which one do I get? You might have to get multiples to really get what you want. And you know what? It's still a lot cheaper than paying for a full-length ticket price every single time. That said, there is a chance this can go too far and that these services can cannibalize themselves. Hence why we're talking about not only the news that I just got today about the Alamo Drafthouse, but what it means. According to Deadline, in the wake of AMC's new Stubbs A-list $20 a month 3-movie tickets a week program, Alamo Drafthouse is launching their own monthly movie ticket subscription, but they're not going in whole hog just yet. Instead, the Austin, Texas-based movie chain will be doing a beta test that will run exclusively at their Yonkers, New York location, with the first invites going out on July 18th. How much will it cost for unlimited movies at Alamo? The chain isn't revealing at this point in time, as they'll be experimenting with different price points. Nonetheless, this is a huge blow for MoviePass, as they've prided themselves on serving the independent movie cinemas. While MoviePass can still be used at AMC and a number of theaters, that monthly movie ticket subscription service was trying to get a cut of concessions and rentals from exhibits based on the amount of traffic they would send to their theaters. As more theater chains start their own monthly subscription services, something Deadline predicted at CinemaCon, it will truly make it a challenge for MoviePass to survive. Quote, "Our guests have been asking for quite some time for us to offer an affordable monthly subscription plan that allows for unlimited movies and the ability to reserve tickets in advance at Alamo Drafthouse. We plan to test a variety of models and pricing structures to see what works as a sustainable model. At this time, there's no firm timeline for a wider rollout to other Alamo Drafthouse locations, but when there is, we'll let our Alamo Victory loyalty members know first," said the chain in a statement this morning. Those moviegoers who are currently enrolled in Alamo Granda's Victory Rewards program will receive invites to step up their membership for a price under the Alamo Season Pass. After those with the Alamo Season Pass can reserve their seats on the chain's mobile app and can do so days in advance, similar to AMC, but unlike MoviePass, where tickets need to be booked spur of the moment, a mile or two from the venue, upon arrival, Alamo Season Pass members head straight to the theater, skipping the box office. Those Alamo Season Pass members bringing a friend can purchase additional companion tickets at the same time as booking theirs. A wait list of those interested in the Alamo Season Pass is currently being accumulated by Yonkers, New York location. If someone passes on joining the program, then the offer goes to the next person on the list. So, obviously, this is a big news article for a few reasons. And it's one that I don't know what to think about, because this could actually go either way. First of all, I'm not surprised that other theaters were going to get into this. I expected Cinemark to up their subscription service. I suspected Regal would upgrade theirs or introduce one, I should say, because they don't really have one yet. What I wasn't really expecting so soon was for a independent theater chain that does not really have a lot of presence in the US to get one. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the Alamo Drafthouse, but here's the thing, I live in LA. I don't live near one of these things. They're not here yet. There's one in San Francisco, I know, and there's one sort of near Davis, and they're obviously in Texas. And judging from a friend on Facebook, I know they're in Michigan. But they don't have the reach that most people do. And to let you know why that's a problem, while they don't have a movie subscription service per se here, there is a theater chain called, there is Lamel and there's Frida, the independent chain Frida. And they have member cards that give discounts on concessions and like one free movie a month. And they're bought to help support the theaters because they're independently owned theaters and they don't make a lot of money unless there are fans supporting them. But MoviePass does work with them. So what you have is, ever since MoviePass came around, people decided to cancel those subscriptions and use MoviePass. And while, yes, Deadline is right, this doesn't look good for MoviePass because MoviePass benefits the independent chain the most, and you have Alamo Drafthouse, an independent chain essentially, doing their own card. That might not be the kiss of death because, again, there's this whole thing of reach. What is the Alamo Drafthouse thing going to cost? This isn't like AMC, where I see a lot of potential for AMC, because AMC, there are thousands of theaters out there. And even though AMC still isn't in some areas, like they aren't in Sacramento and they aren't in New Jersey, Egg Harbor Town, or Atlantic City, to my knowledge anyway. Last time I was there, they weren't there. AMC does have a wide reach, so they can be successful. Alamo Drafthouse is not nearly as wide-reaching. And if they accept MoviePass, or if MoviePass supports them, which I think they do, if I'm wrong, you can correct me below, then people can go, oh, well, I could have this, I could pay an additional fee for Alamo Drafthouse, or I can have MoviePass and see it anywhere I want. And we don't know how many movies Alamo Drafthouse is going to be offering, or whether they're going to allow premium formats or not, or, you know, it's a lot of different variables. And I actually think MoviePass and Cinemia, now that we're on the topic, might be in a better position, because the more these theaters all want to do their own service, the more appealing the services that go to any theater starts to look. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. People can say, okay, I could get Alamo Drafthouse. I could get Cinemark. I can get AMC. And let's assume Regal has one, because they're probably going to do it at some point. And I can get Regal. That is 4 subscription services that you have to get. Or, just a thought, you could get MoviePass and Cinemia and have 2 instead. You see where I'm going with this? So I think, so we're going to have to see how this works, how it's ultimately going to play out. But it is true that these all these theater chains are going to want to start doing it. But people will only have so many subscription services. In fact, a video that I'm working on that's not MoviePass related is underrated streaming services, because there are a ton of streaming services out there, and I compiled a list, of course, of movie streaming services, or even show streaming services that are overlooked that you might want to consider looking. But that's the thing. You start getting so many subscription services, most people have settled like Netflix, Hulu, and maybe Amazon Prime are what they really need. And occasionally someone will have a CBS in there, or, you know, and maybe someone will have Crunchyroll in there. But ultimately, people can't get everything. And so while I applaud competition and you're welcome to try, I think especially in the independent cinemas, they would be better off partnering with MoviePass or Cinemia, because they don't have the reach, I think, to make their services as successful as they probably want. And of course, if they have those, the more these subscription services come up, the more options there are, the more MoviePass and Cinemia looks appealing, because they cover almost everyone, whereas all these theater subscription services are going to be more specialized and exclusive pretty much to their own theater. But of course, I would like to ask you, what do you think? Are you going to be signing up for the Alamo Drafthouse theater subscription card, whatever the heck it's going to be called. Actually, I think what was the name? They had some name here. Alamo Season Pass. Are you going to be getting the Alamo Season Pass, or are you going to pass? Does MoviePass still look viable to you? Does it not look viable? Are you a shareholder in MoviePass, or are you going to keep your shares? I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 will go a long way to helping keep the channel run smoothly. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.